Hi everyone, so I'm super excited to share with you. The Lord gave us a word today and it's going to be about grapevines, okay? So as I was walking, I saw a grapevine and I looked closer because I thought maybe I would get a grape. As I got closer, I realized there were not any grapes to be found. And as I looked closer again, the second time I found one. And then I looked again and then I found one more. And then I looked again and I found one more. Across the entire grapevine, there are only 3 grapes. And then God, He showed me the passage in Jeremiah 6. Now God, He is explaining how Jerusalem is like a grape, okay? And let's just go, everyone turn to Jeremiah 6, please, and then we'll just get straight into this. So it says, this is a warning. It says, "Take warning, O Jerusalem, or I will turn away from you and make your land desolate, so no one can live in it. This is what the Lord Almighty says. Let them glean the remnant of Israel as thoroughly as a vine. Pass your hand over the branches again." So let's just pause right there. So this is basically saying when God looks to Israel, He's passing His hand through the grapevine. And He's gathering. And He does it again. So He's searching. He's trying to seek us out. Those whose ears are open and those whose eyes are open and those who call on the name of the Lord will be saved. That those who say that God is the one true God, that God hears their cries. So it's saying, like one gathering grapes, God is sparing us, okay? So as He's going back the second time, He's looking, who can I spare? Who can I spare? Who can I spare? Who can I save? Who can I save? And when we look at Jeremiah 6, 1 through 10, God, He's saying how those whose eyes are closed and ears are closed, they cannot find God and they are not found in Him. Because when our eyes are closed and our ears are closed, that the enemy is looking to steal, kill, and destroy. Okay, and Jerusalem is receiving a warning because of the offense. God wants to remove the offense. So when we look at Jeremiah 6:16, it says, "Ask where a good way is." So we always need to ask God for direction and walk in it. You will find rest for your souls. It says when you find rest for your souls, because those who find rest in their souls have God. Because when you have rest, you rely on God. And there's basically with rest and there's righteousness. Where there's righteousness, there's rest. See, there's like a correlation, because when we don't have rest, we don't seek God, we don't receive His rest, we become unstable. And a lot of times that's where destruction and corruption are, because there's never rest in either of those. But when we have that rest that we seek in our souls, that we're constantly refined by God, that is how we're receiving the rest. So this warning, it's saying, do not go out to the fields or walk the roads, for the enemy has a sword, and there is terror on every side. You see, every single day we have to cover ourselves in the armor of God's protection. So our helmet of salvation, our sword of the Spirit, our shield of faith against the enemy's arrows, our breastplate of righteousness, our belt of truth, and our shoes of peace. Because God gives us a sword. We have our sword of the Spirit, which is also referred to the Word. So when we use that, God is greater. So God is for us, who can be against us? That He's greater than the world. Okay, He's greater than the enemy. So God's sword is greater. We have to use it. We have to put it on, and we have to fight. Okay, because God says it's not flesh and blood that we're fighting against. You know, it's against the principalities of good and evil. They're always at war. The flesh versus the spirit. So we just take heart and we find rest in knowing that God protects us. And when He gives us the sword of the Spirit, that we are protected by Him, and He's fighting on our behalf. But listen to this. So this is referring to those who God is saying, hey guys, look, there is destruction and corruption here. Turn away. He's saying when He tests the metals, He found corruption. The bronze and iron, they were purged. They were rejected silver. So they were rejected by God because they didn't accept him. They didn't call on him. They didn't say, Lord, you are our God. So this is a warning. We want to call on the name of God and be saved by him, because listen to how great his promises are. So when we're in God and he refreshes us, he says, ask where a good way is. So we know God's way is good. We know that he gives us rest in our souls. So first, righteousness, rest, okay? A good path, a straight path, the narrow path, because the narrow path leads us to heaven. And then in Zachariah 13:9, it says, I will put into fire, I will refine them like silver and test them like gold. They call on my name and I will answer them. I will say, they are my people, and I will say, the Lord is our God. So see, guys, we have refreshment and refinement and purpose and strength, and we're tested and purified like gold. Our silver is tested and purified like gold. You see that? When God, he was looking for those remnants of the grapes, he was searching for us to save us, whoever is left. So we want to remove any corruption out of our lives, because in Songs of Songs 2:7, it says daughters of Jerusalem, because God, he's referring Jerusalem to the bride of Christ, which is the church, which is us. So we want to be blameless and spotless. We want to be a blameless and spotless bride of Christ. So as we prepare to get ready for his return, we want to be constantly purified, and we want to be those grapes that are found. We want to be fruitful, and we want to multiply his word. In the Bible, he talks about how we don't conceal the word. We express the word openly. We want many laborers, because he says many are called but few are chosen, and we want to be chosen by God. He has a plentiful harvest, but the laborers are few. So we need to increase in laborers. We need to increase in our discipleship for the kingdom of the Lord. And it's so perfect. We're all called according to his purpose, and he destined a purpose within us before we are even on this earth, before we were even formed in our mother's womb. He had purpose for us. So I encourage you, just walk after the Lord, seek him, follow him, because now, as I told you, there was a grapevine. We're going to find this grapevine together, and I'm going to show you how special this grape is. These few grapes are, and it's just as special as you are. So as we walk, no grapes, but look, one there, one there, and a few there. So you see, God, he allows us to be found in him, but first we need to seek him. So let's seek the Lord first. Let's turn to him. Let's come to him, and let's abide in him, because he says, those who abide in me, I will abide in you. So I thank you for listening, and I hope you're encouraged, and let's be ready for the coming of Christ. God bless you.